What's up, guys? Welcome back to another film session breakdown presented by the Scott Vickner Injury Law Firm. Brutal loss last night to the Minnesota Timberwolves, but there was obviously some really good moments from Fears, from Queen, from Trey Murphy, from Sadiq Bey. And I just want to show you a lot of the different actions that they ran offensively and also defensively, how impressive the Pelicans were against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So for the first set here, you're going to see Jeremiah Fears guarding Anthony Edwards, not falling for the pump fakes, staying tall, getting the rebound and going. And what I love about Fears is that he is not scared to get to the rim. He realizes if I go here, Edwards is sprinting back and Julius Randle is waiting for me right here. And when you get Jeremiah Fears on Julius Randle here in the open court, that's a good thing for the Pelicans. One thing that I'm very impressed about with Jeremiah Fears. This is Julius Randle. Look at the shoulder Fears gets him. And then he bounces, like Randle ends up under the goal, tries to swipe down. Fears keeps it high. You see this? Like, this is impressive here. It's these small things. Fears keeps the ball high. Randle tries to swipe down. So now there's no rim protection because Randle swipes down. So it's a clear layup for Jeremiah Fears. Just a really impressive take there from the rookie. So the next possession here, what you're going to see is Derik Queen at the top of the key, and the Pelicans did a great job of this last night. So a lot of the time, the Pelicans, not just the Pelicans, the NBA runs a set called the zoom action, right? So you'll have the top of the key here in the big. What's going to happen is it should be a down screen. This offensive player is going to come off. He's going to dribble handoff. We're going to turn the corner. We're going to roll here, and then Fears would lift. That's the action that would happen. Watch what PV does and watch what Queen does. So we set this down screen. Look at what PV recognizes, and I love his IQ too. Look at where Julius Randle's feet are. They're all messed up. So I'm going to fake like I'm coming off this dribble handoff, and I'm going to go back door. And the beautiful thing about Derik Queen, him being the top of the key, look at all of this room he has to operate and throw that pass. That's really easy for Derik Queen. So PV goes one step, like I'm going to get the basketball, I'm going back door, and now Queen has this entire alleyway to throw to PV for a dunk. And so when you're playing through Queen at the top of the key like that, those are the type of the actions that you can get with Derik Queen orchestrating the offense from the top of the key. And then I just love this from Derik Queen. He's like the big kid on the playground. It's like he gets the ball and he's just holding it high, never in a rush, and then realizes and recognizes I have Dante DiVincenzo on me at the top of the key or at the free throw line. So what am I going to do? One dribble, two dribble, spin, easy layup. Just an easy layup. Really, really great play from Derik Queen. Back to the two-man game with Queen and Trey Murphy. I love this type of action. So once again, you'll see Queen just playing bully ball. And then I love this from Derik Queen, the effort. A lot of people say he's, lazy and doesn't have a motor. That looks like a motor to me. I mean, look at him battling, man. Trey recognizes it, goes up. Queen, nah. I'm going to do, nope, not again. And then boom, tips it in. Really, really good activity from Derik Queen. And now we talk about Derik Queen's rebounding and then going. And one thing that Derik Queen is that we all know he's a great passer, but man, his IQ is high. So right here, as we get the missed layup, but then we get the foul from Trey. So as Derik Queen gets the ball here, see, look at his eyes are up. He's scanning the floor here. And as a point guard, I know he's not a point guard, but he plays like a point guard. Your job is to expose mismatches. So as we stop here, Trey just does a great job of running straight to the block, understands we have our mismatch here, and then we're just going to go to work, right? So we get that mismatch there. Queen just is patient, and now look at all the space that Derik Queen has to throw this pass again. Once again, great spacing, but Queen can just lob it to this area, and we're playing one-on-one with Trey Murphy. And so you got to love that matchup for the Pelicans. And so Queen recognizes it, throws it right over the top. Trey Murphy catches it, gathers again, gets fouled. And that's a great job by Derik Queen recognizing that. I know AD pointed that out on the broadcast last night. So one thing also about Derik Queen, we talk about his defense. I just want to show you what he did in this sequence to not only double Anthony Edwards, but then also get back and recover. So Gobert, we're going to trap high here. Now Edwards is clearly just going to try to turn the corner and get downhill. Watch what Derik Queen does. Derik Queen recognizes that. Derik Queen knows he can't guard Anthony Edwards that way. He knows he's going to be beat. So what does he do? Instead of running side by side, Queen is actually going to sprint and beat Anthony Edwards to a spot. So as we roll the clip, you see how he sprints and beats him to the spot? So what does that make Anthony Edwards do? That makes him give up the basketball, which you're playing right into the hands of the Pelicans. So we're going to skip it here. Once again, it could be easy for Queen to stop playing defense. Instead, he gets the ball out of Anthony Edwards' hands and then goes and guards Rudy Gobert, which is going to force this travel right here. So good closeout from Trey. He can't enter it into Gobert. Boom, travel. These are the little things that like you're not going to see in a box score. But when I'm watching the game, this is what I'm looking at. Derik Queen's hustle, his IQ, his effort. Like, I don't get where people say, like, he's lazy and all that. Yeah, he's going to have moments of it. But, man, like, he has more good plays than he has bad. So then look at the off ball. So, once again, top of the key where Derik Queen can scan. So, we're going to have Jordan Hawkins come off. We don't give it. He curls. Trey lifts. We set the screen. We roll. We have a great shot. We just miss it. But let's talk about all the off-ball movement from the Pelicans by Derik Queen at the top of the key. So once again, you're going to have Jordan Hawkins chase it. We don't get it. He's going to curl. As he curls, Trey Murphy's going to lift. We're going to pass here. We're going to turn the corner. We're going to roll. And like, this is really hard to guard. And look, it's a missed shot, but I'm more worried about the process of it. Look how hard this is for Anthony Edwards to guard. You just have a Hall of Fame, center and, one of the best defenders that the league's ever seen, but you got him in a good situation. Look, Trey Murphy just misses it. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with Trey Murphy taking this. Now, I wouldn't mind a pump fake, maybe bounce pass, but maybe Gobert gets that. But still a great look here from Trey Murphy and great action from the New Orleans Pelicans. That's what you want to see. So once again, we have the double high post. Or as soon as Edwards crosses half court. Once again, watch what Derik Queen does. So Queen has a tough job. He has to double Edwards and has to get back to Gobert. So we double here. So instead of Queen just trailing the play, watch what he does. He actually goes around Gobert, gets in front of him, seals him off, blocks him out, and now the Pelicans are gang rebounding. So watch it. He gets in front of him, boom, seals him off, and here comes Fears to rebound. Here comes Trey to rebound. We got 3-on-1. Queen's doing his job, has Gobert on his backside. We get up, and we're going. And that's good team defense right there. That's gang rebounding, and we're in transition. So Trey Murphy, this is one of my favorite possessions, actually. Oh, my gosh, I messed it up. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. So again, we go. So we're in transition. Trey Murphy kicks. Great take from Queen. We miss. Once again, another good shot. But look at all the effort. Look at them sprinting. Good move. Probably gets fouled. Just misses the floater. Tough break. Now we're back in transition. Here comes Randall. Timberwolves get the two-man game. They get the post up. Look at Trey Murphy fighting. We double. Tip. Saddiq Bey on the floor diving, misses it. They get a very lucky layup. Backbreaker. That's tough. Now it's 70-60. Watch Jeremiah Fears. Zoom. And one. Do you look, I know Borrego's whatever. He's 1-8 taking over. Do y'all see the effort? Because like you're doing yourself a disservice. You don't think this is a different team under James Borrego. I understand the wins have not come. There's been more bullshit with people hurt like Zion Williams and Jordan Poole. I'm not making excuses because Willie Green went through that too. But the effort of diving on the floor, sprinting, doubling, boxing out, gang rebounding, extra pass, cutting, all this different kind of stuff. It's just completely different with Borrego. You're just dealing with you're starting two rookies. You have a two-way player in McGowan's and you have Trey Murphy and Saddiq Bey. That's the reality of the situation. This is one of my favorite moves from Jeremiah Fears, man. Look at this. Gets Gobert on the perimeter. Whoop. Layup. Man, he's special, dude. So once again, two-man action with Queen involved in the screen. And I love this movement here. So this is why I wanted to highlight this. Because the Pelicans were not doing this under Willie Green. So what we're going to have here is a high screen for Saddiq Bey. As that comes off, Trey Murphy's going to cut hard. So DiVincenzo will have to take at least a side step here to make sure that Murphy doesn't get a layup, which then creates a wide open shot for Jeremiah Fears right here. And it's all because of the movement. Screen. Hard cut. Because why? We're worried about Saddiq Bey. So our defender loses Trey Murphy. He cuts hard. DiVincenzo has to do what? He has to go this way. So then what does that lead? Fears going up. And this is the off-ball movement that you love to see. Look, 3 guys went with Trey Murphy. Jeremiah Fears lined up, bang. By the way, he's shooting 36% from deep. Another great job here. Great effort once again from the Pelicans. And we're off. I mean, he is so quick and gets in transition. But watch. I mean, this is Anthony Edwards. Sorry, MVPs of the league. Like he should be the MVP of the league. Like he's like top 5 every single year. Great contest. Forced the miss. And then watch Queen, man. Look at his activity. Goes up, misses it, bangs into Gobert, gets a right hand up. Tips around. Now we're going. And Fears in transition. Look how fast he is. Dumps it right off the tray. Like that's the tough. Like that's the stuff I'm seeing on film. Like these rookies, man, are fun to watch. So back to the zoom action. We roll. We lift. And it goes in. And so let's run this back of just simple offense, but Derik Queen at the top of the key. So what you're going to have here. I'm going to get the ball here to Queen. I'm going to set this down screen. Why does that keep happening? I don't understand why these dots keep getting smaller. Okay, so we're going to have this down screen here. Bay's going to come off. Queen's going to roll. Trey's going to lift. And you're wide open with your best shooter. So screen, roll, 2 on the ball. Got here on Queen. Trey pops back. 3. Man, it's amazing when they run simple offense, right? And you use all 5 guys. Great action. All right, last set I want to talk about. And you're going to see this for a while, for years to come. I understand Jeremiah Fears, and there's going to be frustration. I keep talking about this. He's 19 years old. There's just going to be frustration with him. But this right here, this one set shows me he's already learning. It's a high ball screen. I think it's a 2-point game with a minute left. You're in crunch time. Your 2 rookies are in the action. So you're going to get the screen up top from Queen. We're going to get Gobert in action. So Queen does a good job. Great screen. We have Gobert now on an island. Fears does not force it here. Reads it. Look at the hesitation. In and out. Back up. Bam. Hesitation. Look at this. Look at the patience from Fears. So now, as Gobert's going this way because he thinks he's going that way, Fears is going to quick twitch it here to where this defender now has to come and help. And as Queen doesn't stop, he keeps rolling. Boom. This right here, I'm telling you, look, I know it's not equaling wins right now. But this type of action in late game situations through 4 quarters, and you're doing this against Rudy Gobert. You're doing this against one of the best defensive centers this league has ever seen. And you have a 19 and 20-year-old running this pick and roll, hesitation, dump off, dunk. These 2 are the future of the New Orleans Pelicans. Smash the like button. Hit the bell notification. Let me go in live. Appreciate it. Let me know what y'all think about Jeremiah Fears and Derik Queen.